Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss types of accounts through PPT presentation. So it's a presentation on types of accounts. Mainly there are two types of accounts. One is personal accounts, second is impersonal accounts. Personal accounts cover three types of accounts: natural persons account, artificial persons account, and representative personal accounts. Whereas impersonal accounts are classified into two main accounts. One is real accounts and next is nominal accounts. Now, real accounts cover all types of assets except bank account because it's an institution, debtors account because they are persons, and prepaid expenses account, and it covers only one liability, that is bills payable. Whereas nominal account covers all expenses and losses and all incomes and gains of business. Now, personal accounts, as I said, is subclassified into three parts. If you see the earlier slide, then personal accounts are subclassified. Personal accounts are subclassified into natural persons accounts. So if you see the examples, then natural persons account includes names of all natural persons like Ram's account, Sham's account, etc. Then the second type of personal account is artificial persons account. Now artificial persons account covers all types of institutions, organizations, which are called as persons, but they are not natural persons. They are artificial persons because they are brought into existence by operation of law. So the example is Dena Bank account. And the third type of personal accounts are representative personal account. Now representative personal account is prepared by adding some of the names such as prepaid, paid in advance, received in advance, payable, receivable to the nominal accounts, that is salary, rent, etc. So here I have prepared it as prepaid salary account. So prepaid is the word which is attached to the salary account. Salary is a nominal account. To that we are adding prepaid. So likewise you can say accrued salary account, salary paid in advance account, salary payable account, likewise. So all natural persons like you and me, all institutions, say Dena Bank, SP College, Modern College, any trust, any organization, hotel, hospitals, they are all covered in artificial persons, and representative personal, which is prepared by making like this prepaid salary account. Now what is the use of this representative personal? Suppose I say salary payable, to whom it is not mentioned. So salary is payable, so that is our expenditure. So salary is debited, but to whom it is payable, that is not mentioned. So you can say salary payable account. So salary account debit to salary payable account. In this way you can pass the entry. If I say salary payable to Ram, then easily you can say salary account debit to Ram's account. But if I just say salary payable, then it is difficult to credit the account. So salary payable account I can prepare, and that is representative personal account. Then real account, as I said, covers all types of assets, so building, furniture, likewise. Why debtors are not covered in real account though it is asset? Because it relates to person, and as they are persons, natural persons, they are covered under personal account. Why bank account is not covered? Because bank is an institution. It becomes an artificial person's account. So that gets covered in the personal account. So, and prepaid expenses, again same explanation. Any expense, word added is prepaid. So it becomes a representative personal account. So these three assets are excluded from real accounts. So though they are assets, they are personal in nature, and it covers only one liability, that is bills payable. Then third type, as I said, nominal accounts. It covers all expenses, losses, incomes, gains. So example can be salary, rent, insurance, interest received, dividend received, likewise. So all accounts are classified mainly into two: personal, which covers natural, artificial, representative; impersonal, which is subclassified into real and nominal accounts. Now, there are three main rules for all these three accounts for passing the entry. Always we say that business is also a receiving of benefit as well as it is also a giving of benefit. So benefit is received by the business as well as benefit is given by the business. So two accounts are always involved in any of the transaction of the business. Minimum two accounts. There can be more than two accounts, but minimum two accounts are always involved. And one account of that is given a debit and the other account is given a credit. And for that, we say that these are the three main golden rules of accountancy. Now, for personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver is the rule. That means the person who is receiving the benefit is given debit and the person who is giving the benefit is given the credit. But it should be a personal account. Then this rule is followed. Then second rule for real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So if it is a real account and if something is coming in the business, then debit is given. And if something is going out from business, then credit is given. So debit what comes in and credit what goes out. And the third one, if it's a nominal account, then debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So if it is an expense of the business or if it is a loss of business, then that account is debited. And if it is an income of business or it's a gain of business, then that account is credited. So the account which is involved, if it is of personal nature, then debit the receiver, credit the giver. If it is of real account, then debit what comes in, credit what goes out. And if it is nominal account, then debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So first thing is, whatever transaction takes place in the business, find out the minimum two accounts which are involved. Second step, decide the type of account, whether it's a personal, real or nominal. Then apply the appropriate rule. Accordingly, decide the debit and credit and then pass the entry. So for recording any transaction in the business, this is the base. Thank you very much. Okay, bye students. I'm sure you must have followed these basics of accounts. Thank you.